Am I going to die? Everyone dies. You can't stop it. You can't run away from it.
Our ways of thinking might be different, but to me, you're still a legend, a hero. I know all about the things you did when you were young. It was what kept me going. I can't bear to watch you die over something so pointless.
I'm no hero. Never was. Never will be.
Cloned from the greatest warrior of the 20th century, Solid Snake was an unstoppable tool of war who has known nothing but the battlefield for most of his life. And even though he never considered himself to be, Snake has always been a hero. A hero who spent his entire life fighting and saving the world from Metal Gear.
You've spent your entire life saving the world from Metal Gear, from nuclear annihilation. And now, you're becoming a doomsday device yourself.
I know all about the things you did when you were young. It was what kept me going.
In his younger years, Solid Snake was hailed a hero for constantly saving the world from nuclear threats, such as in Outer Heaven, Zanzibar, and Shadow Moses. Throughout this time, Snake had been serving the Patriots unknowingly, making him a villain in the perspective of Big Boss. And very much reminiscent of Jack, following the Shadow Moses incident, Solid Snake's reputation ended up being tarnished by the same organization who created him, the Patriots, who labeled him a terrorist to the public, leading Snake to fake his own death.
He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Then it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago? What really happened here?
I took these photos 2 years ago.
I know these pictures. They were on the news, on several websites. If I remember right, the reporters blamed you for sinking the tanker.
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
And while not all heroes wear capes, there are sometimes illegal things that must be done for the safety of the world. In today's video, we'll be talking about director Hideo Kojima's original vision of how he planned to bid farewell to one of the most iconic characters in gaming, Solid Snake.
But Snake, you're a hero, aren't you?
I'm just a man who's good at what he does, killing.
What you're trying to do, it's not a mission.
I know. It's a hired hit.
You fight for the people.
I never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life, no ultimate goal.
Come on.
It's only when I'm cheating death on the battlefield, the only time I feel truly alive.
That's enough. I'll take him from here.
Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. You're watching PythonSelkan. MGS4 was an emotional roller coaster, concluding the story arcs of many important characters in the series. And one of those characters was Snake himself, with Guns of the Patriots bringing forth Solid Snake's final mission. What some fans might not know, however, is that MGS4 wasn't just concluding his long years of fighting, but we were also going to witness the unexpected death of Solid Snake himself. Director Hideo Kojima had revealed that one of the original ideas he envisioned for MGS4's ending had Solid Snake and Otacon turn themselves in for the many laws they had broken to fulfill their justice, for which the two would then be convicted and executed by the law.
Face it, Snake. We've lost.
全ての罰を僕らが受けるべきだ。
罪を受け入れて自分を葬るか。
Solid Snake's breaking of the law was even mentioned back in 1998's MGS1, where if the player exits the briefing tape soon after starting them, an additional sequence would be triggered, during which the Colonel reminds Snake of the dirt in his file from his days as an agent.
Snake, there's enough dirt in your file from your days as an agent to keep you in the stockade until you're a very old man.
Oh, I see. Blackmail.
No, Snake. I prefer to look at it as helping you come to a decision more easily.
The majority of the team over at Kojima Productions did not agree with Hideo's idea for the ending, so Kojima decided to alter his vision into the ending we have today, which is, in our opinion, a much more satisfying closure to this legendary hero's life. Even though the new Fox die was preventing the old Fox die from mutating, which ultimately allowed him more time to live, Snake's accelerated aging still showed his days were numbered all the same, so having him executed by the law in his final days of life would have been somewhat pointless. Leaving Snake's fate to the player's imagination could sometimes be the best send-off for such an iconic legacy.
When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
Interestingly enough, the spirit of this unused ending still lives on in MGS4, with the song Here's to You, which is heard in the very final moments and credits of the game. Here's to You is part of the soundtrack of the film Sacco and Vanzetti, which tells the story of two Italian anarchists, Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti, whom, despite there being numerous demonstrations in support of their innocence, were sentenced to death by a United States court in the 1920s, which is very reminiscent of Snake's and Otacon's fate in Kojima's original idea for the game's ending. After MGS4, Here's to You was once again featured in the franchise, this time in MGS5, Ground Zeroes, with Nicola and Bart also directly referenced by Skullface himself.
Your favorite song? Nicola, Bart, immigrants wrongly executed. But their deaths served as a message to others. That ours is a society that murders the innocent.
MGS4's plot concludes most of the character arcs introduced in MGS3, so having Big Boss smoke one final cigar at the boss's grave, whilst making peace with his clone after so many years of rivalry, is in our opinion the perfect finale for Solid Snake's saga.
In terms of pure combat ability, he's one of the greatest soldiers I've ever seen. But it's not only that. He knows what's right, and he just gets it done, period. No one can stop him. I've learned a lot from him. He'd kill me if he heard me talking about him like this.
Whether he truly was still alive during the events of Metal Gear Rising, or whatever his fate ended up being, Solid Snake will forever live on in our hearts as the legendary hero that he is. What are your thoughts on all this? Would you have preferred Kojima's original idea for MGS4's ending? Or is the final ending we got with the game's release perfect as it is? And if you had to share your own idea for such a crucial ending, what do you think could have been the best finale for Solid Snake's story? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Meanwhile, if you liked this video and enjoy all things Metal Gear, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to this channel. We'll make sure to return the favor with content you won't find anywhere else. Thank you all for watching. Until we meet again, here's to you, Snake and Hell. PythonSelkan, out.